What happens when a smug AP reporter tries to send a gotcha question to Karoline Leavitt at the White House press briefing? Well, let's just say it doesn't end well for the reporter. She tried to shame the Trump administration and Karoline Leavitt into being too tough and too harsh on Canada for their ridiculous tariffs against us. However, as always, Karoline Leavitt came with the receipts, and it was an absolute thing of beauty. The reporter was even getting hostile, and it almost sounded like she was a Canadian citizen at one moment, like defending their country. I don't understand it, but thankfully this woman put her in her place. So let's get right into it. My name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel. It really helps us out so much. And like this video. It just takes 2 seconds. That also helps us out. It helps us to outpace all these other liberal channels that are getting views here. So let's get right into it. Right now, there has been a lot of just still tariff uncertainty. There has been questions going around, and then the media basically is siding with other countries. That is no surprise to us, is it? Let's take a look at this exchange.
I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press.
What is the status of President Trump having a conversation with Mark Carney? We have seen the president use the term governor to refer to Justin Trudeau. Will that moniker also go to Mr. Carney going forward? And is the decision to increase the tariffs, is that based on a specific economic metric that he looked at? Is it impulse? How would you describe his reaction to candidates?
Did you hear that? Or is it impulse? Yeah. Okay, you see how she throws in that little jab? Like, this is not a serious question.
President has not yet spoken to Mr. Carney, not since I checked, which was just moments ago. But certainly his phone is always open to leaders who wish to speak with him. As for the tariffs, the president made his position on this quite clear with the statement that he put out. And it was a retaliatory statement due to the escalation of rhetoric that we've seen out of Ontario, Canada. The president saw the Premier, Doug Ford, make an egregious and insulting comment threatening to shut down electricity for the American people, for hardworking American families. He made that threat. The president saw that and has an obligation and a responsibility to respond accordingly and represent the interests of the American people. So he has made the decision to add a 25% tariff. So now steel and aluminum tariffs will come into effect tomorrow at the rate of 50%. And our steel and aluminum industries have actually applauded these tariffs because, again, they know it's going to grow their industry here. It's going to allow them to export more steel that is made right here in the United States with American workers.
Egregious and insulting are your words here, but that's what many Canadian leaders have said about the actions President Trump has taken toward Canada. And what do you think the timeline is for speaking to Mr. Carney? Because normally a sitting president speaks to a close ally very quickly when there's new leadership.
Well, the president is, again, responding to the fact that Canada has been ripping off the United States of America and hardworking Americans for decades. If you look at the rates of tariffs across the board that Canadians have been imposing on the American people and our workers here, it is egregious. In fact, I have a handy-dandy chart here that shows not just Canada, but the rate of tariffs across the board. If you look at Canada, since you brought it up, American cheese and butter, nearly 300% tariff. You look at India, 150% tariff on American alcohol. You think that's helping Kentucky bourbon be exported into India? I don't think so. 100% tariff on agricultural products from India. Look at Japan, tariffing rice, 700%. President Trump believes in reciprocity, and it is about dang time that we have a president who actually looks out for the interests of American businesses and workers. And all he's asking for at the end of the day are fair and balanced trade practices.
Isn't that crazy that all these other countries impose crazy tariffs on us, yet anytime we want to do it back to them, the media thinks that we're harming the American people? It's always like, tariff hurts nobody but the consumer. Okay, then why do these other countries put it on our products, on our butter, on our rice, on our everything else? It makes absolutely no sense. And did you hear how that reporter was talking to her? Like I said earlier, you literally would think that this reporter has allegiance to Canada. It's just amazing.
And unfortunately, Canada has not been treating very fairly at all over the past several decades. To the woman in the purple, because I saw you were making a face at my previous answer, so what's going on?
If we could just step back for a second. When President Trump last addressed the BRT when he was on the campaign trail, his big push was on tax cuts. He's going there today as he's proposing tax hikes in the form of tariffs.
Not true.
And I'm curious
He's not doing
why
that.
he's prioritizing that over the tax cuts.
He's actually not implementing tax hikes. Tariffs are a tax hike on foreign countries that, again, have been ripping us off. Tariffs are a tax cut for the American people, and the president is a staunch advocate of tax cuts. As you know, he campaigned on no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, no taxes on Social Security benefits. He is committed to all three of those things, and he expects Congress to pass them later this year.
I'm sorry, have you ever paid a tariff? Because I have.
That's
They
it.
don't get charged on foreign companies, they get charged on the importers.
And ultimately, when we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, as I said at the beginning, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you are trying to test my knowledge of economics and the decisions that this president has made. I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press. Mary, go ahead.
Oh man, that reporter, I mean, first of all, Karoline Leavitt is just so incredibly good at this. Like, she has a huge understanding of the issues, and she's able to literally spar with these liberal, leftist, insane reporters. And it really is just a sight to see every single time that she does this. And isn't it, it's just incredible how these reporters are actively rooting against the interests of the United States. When Joe Biden was president, they were all about it. They were all about trying to help America, and they supported the president. Wouldn't it be nice, just for a moment, imagine a world where we actually had a media that supported the president of the United States and that was, happy to see America succeeding and happy that America is trying to change the fundamental landscape of our economy and to stop having other countries rip us off. But no, the media only seems to love the president when it's a president that they wanted in the Oval Office. But when it's someone that they didn't want, no. We hope America crashes. We hope we're going to give them opposition at every turn. And it's just, it's quite amazing. And, I can't understand it. But God bless Karoline Leavitt for doing this. These reporters are something else. And I'm just so glad that the Trump administration is constantly calling these people out on their garbage, on their crap, because they truly are the enemy of the American people. And like I said, half the time you would think that these people are on the teams of the other countries. They have no understanding of the issues. They gaslight. The gaslighting is probably the worst thing they do. I mean, he's sitting there and he's like he's not trying to have a serious conversation. Have you ever paid a tariff? What is this guy's issue? I just don't understand it. So let me know what you think about this exchange below in the comments. Let me know if you are excited, if you love the fact that President Trump is standing up for American jobs, the American people, and that he is going after countries who are ripping us off. So comment below, and if you're still watching this and you haven't subscribed to the channel, come on, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel and you'll see more videos like this. God bless. I'll talk soon.